Alright friends, so I had started this game a little bit ago, but I had some technical issues. But anyway, Happy New Year everybody. For a new one, I intend to put up more videos now that the holidays are mostly settled and over. So we're going to jump right into Starcom Nexus and get things rolling. Of course, we're Commander Torek in the Atlas, Plus Ultra, or Ultra Plus, but I like Plus Ultra, because All Might. Sue me. Finally got command of your own ship, eh? I guess it's really more of a shuttle, but I myself started on a station tug. At least yours is technically a starship. Kite Station isn't the most glamorous posting in Starcom, but like I said, we all started somewhere. I think my assignment roster calls it a delivery, but sure, we can call it a mission if you like. Your mission is to deliver the cargo in your hold to Kite Station. I believe you got a replacement water purification system, several tons of mixed mineral resources, and a few crates from an archaeology dig on Marduk Beta 2. Super interesting stuff. When you get there, see the Commodore for additional missions. Be something more exciting. Last year I had to deliver a delegation of Arcturan diplomats to the Fornix 3 colony. Man, those guys can drink. Not as much as I can. The station is marked on your HUD, sir. It's the flashing icon on the lower left edge of your screen. Just fly us towards it. Well, that makes sense. Let's do that. Looks like a small asteroid field ahead. We can easily steer around them, but it might be a good time for some target practice. Got that space rock. Die, you son of a bitch. Thanks. My shooting is generally pretty nice. Ooh, what are you? Getting some strange readings. Could be a solar flare. Sure, I don't mean to sound alarmed, but about 50 warning lights just lit up. And up on my consoles. Also, something seems to be pulling us towards that giant glowing rift. Oh no, it's more powerful than my engines can handle. No, sir. Wiggle free. Damn it. This doesn't look good at all. You know. Blow up that station, it's fine. What the hell just happened? Pardon my language, Commander. We've got damage reports coming in from all sections. Instruments are offline, damage control teams are scrambling. Okay, nav computer's back online, but it's failing to resolve our position. It doesn't recognize the stellar configuration. Either it's broken, or we're a long way from home. Class R planet. Scanners have picked up Starcom signal. Looks like it's Kite Station. Maybe they know what happened. I've marked it on the HUD. Alright. Intruder, you are in Chitika-controlled space. Identify yourselves immediately or be destroyed. I am Torek, a human representative of Starcom. We are an organization of peaceful exploration. One of our research outposts was just destroyed, and here you are, an unidentified ship in our territory. Explain this. It's just a coincidence. We don't know anything about a research outpost. We were pulled into this region by a rift in space. I think the rift also destroyed your outpost. A rift in space pulled your ship to the exact point in space occupied by our research outpost, thereby destroying it. That is incredible. Do you believe us? Our universal translator systems may be having some issue with your language. Does incredible not mean not credible? Not exactly. It means amazing or fantastic. I think it is telling that your language is as deceptive as its speakers. We believe you are agents of the Sarid. Disable your weapon system and await our incredibly peaceful response. Oh, thanks. Okay, station. Take care of my lightweight. Just shoot me in the ass. You shoot me in the ass. Stop it. Stop it, you son of a bitch. Get him. Get him. Get the lightweight. There we go. Lightweight taken care of. Where the hell I'm going, like dropped something important. There we go, Commodore. You must be Torek. When we detected a Starcom vessel, I was hoping it was Captain Lee. No offense, but the Byzantium is a warship. We had no ships docked at the station. Well, whatever that happened, it looks like you're the only starship we've got. The Byzantium may be a battlecruiser, but we've got rates of ancient pottery. That's funny. I actually do have one advantage over the Byzantium. When we got pulled into that rift, we took some damage. Part of your cargo was some mineral resources we needed for repair. Speaking of the rift, what the hell was that? I have no idea. A lot of our data banks were completely fried by the events, but I'm pretty sure we never had any record of a space rift that pulls ships into another galaxy. So here's our situation. We're based on our initial encounters with the race called the Chittick. We're in unfriendly territory. We're low on resources. We've lost a lot of our technical data. We're stranded in another galaxy. It seems like an average Tuesday. We've got only one starship, yours, and it's terrible. Hey, fuck you. First, get yourself to the shipyard. You're authorized to use any of the minerals you bought that we didn't use for repairs to make upgrades to your ship. Make sure you get a survey module installed because your next task is to do a survey of the planets in this system. See if there's anything that we can use or that might pose a threat. Then report your finding. Fair enough. Welcome to the shipyard. I'm Lieutenant Chang, Chief Engineer. Thanks to your cargo, we can make some upgrades to your ship. The ship's configuration system is pretty self-explanatory. We have a lossless material recycler, so feel free to experiment with different builds. You won't lose resources. To simplify ship build-out, you can start with a blueprint. Since you're going to be doing surveys, I suggest the light surveyor. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it looks about right. Why is my ship not repaired? See 3 planets on our scanner. Is that the survey candidates? Let's check them out. There we go. Now you repaired the bitch. I'll fly into the sun, I guess. The source of the anomaly signal is an overgrown, abandoned research lab. The upper levels of the lab have been ruined by centuries of exposure to the elements. But an underground facility, the team finds what appears to be an intact AI core. Team Xenotechnician thinks it can either restart the core or cut out the memory banks and try to extract the data. Better not risk activating a hostile AI, just the data. While the technician is disappointed, he won't get to talk to an artificial alien mind from centuries ago. The data cores are a jackpot. There's a large amount of technical data that will be of enormous use to the Kite Research Lab. The team is also able to salvage some useful minerals from the equipment. Just one planet left. The source of the anomalous reading is a small, dense titanium sphere, which contains a transmitter emitting short, regular bursts at 1420 MHz. No other artificial objects were detected to explain the sphere's presence. How odd. Okay, that's the rest of the planets in this system. Let's head back to the station. Oh no, they're chasing us. Kite station, they're bullying me. Yeah, come over here. I bet you won't. Oh, it will. Why fight it when I don't need to, right? I'm silly. But I will take their stuff. I will take their stuff, that's for sure. I reviewed your logs from the system survey. The abandoned lab is interesting for two reasons. One, it suggests there are other civilizations in the region beside the Chittick, maybe some of them less hostile, and the two, it seemed like you found a treasure trove of research data. Leads me to an update. I've got good news and bad news. Good news is that our own research lab is up and running again. A lot of the technical data seems to have been lost when the rift fried our systems, but Lieutenant Commander Pillman says that we can recover a lot of it using research data you discovered here. So add makes a lot of scientific discoveries to your to-do list. But first head over to the research lab and see what you can do with what you found so far. I am Lieutenant Commander Pillman, head of the research lab, but you may call me Dr. Pillman. The data you have uncovered during your errands will allow me to recover some of our lost technologies, possibly discover new ones. Commodore has decided that you, a ship's commander with no science background, should choose the direction of our research because you are in the field, as she puts it, unlike the shipyard. Once we've researched the technology, those points are locked in and we can't unresearch something. So choose carefully. Personally, I suggest researching turbo thrusters if nothing else. It'll let your ship get somewhere in a hurry if you need to, or get away as the case may be. But I only have 2 doctorates, so you may know better. Yeah, well, I do know better. I'm gonna do turbo thrusters because I said so. Good job, I officially promote you to research grad student. If you have questions, you can contact me from command, but I am rather busy at the moment. Sorry to interrupt the science, sir, but Commodore Price has an update for you when you're finished here. Head back to the command section. Our long-range scanners have detected a warp nexus in this sector. Definitely was not there when we arrived. I don't know whether this is part of the phenomena we encountered earlier or the result of your activities in this system. I hope it's a way back to Starcom space, but even if it leads to another sector here in Xeno, as my crew is calling this region, I still want to know what's on the other side. If it leads to another system, take a look around before reporting back. Hopefully you'll find some friendlies or at least more resources. Before heading out, make sure you do any tech research or ship upgrades you might need, just in case. Alright, so we want turbos. Alright, that'll do. Burn the thrusters. Looks like we've got turbo thruster technology. Great, we can really cruise with this tech, but watch your energy levels. Yeah, it seems to be a problem, doesn't it? Sad to lose a crew member, also with fewer hands on deck. Nope, got overridden. Jeez, calm the ship down, please. I guess I'll just go back to our space. Oh, fuck you. The answer is no, they're not friendly. Are you satisfied now? Because I could have asked for more bodies, but whatever. Dick. Oh Jesus, there's another one. Okay then. Let's try out the controller method. Controller does make aiming the plasma turrets a slight touch easier. Rocky Plateau with unusually dense reading turns out to be a disguised and apparently abandoned military fortress. Scans detect a faint energy source coming from within. The hidden fortress was no longer manned, but the team's rough entrance activated a number of automated defense drones which opened fire. The drones had apparently kept other raiders at bay. In the fortress storerooms was a large amount of military equipment. The equipment was antiquated by our standards, but could be recycled into useful mineral resources. Oh. Metallic hydrogen scans indicate this gas giant has a core of metallic hydrogen, a phenomenon long speculated about but never detected. Put it in the books, we shall go down in history. Surface anomalies were detected. The thruster's not on. I wonder if it's taking forever to get anywhere. In a crater-scarred valley, the team finds an enormous derelict starship. Whether it crashed here after a battle or landed to make repairs and never took off again is unclear. What is clear is that the potential treasure trove of resources is too rich to ignore. The outer hull is on the verge of disintegration from centuries or longer of exposure to the elements. Some of the inner decks yield large quantity of valuable minerals. Attached to the ship's drive is a strange device, a set of 4 concentric rings encased in a translucent sphere, like some kind of gyroscope. The team carefully separates the artifact from the drive for return to the ship. The artifact we found on the ship seems to be an interface between the ship's navigational system and something else, although I'm not sure as to what. Ah, you son of a bitch. Oh boy. Oh no. Why are you? What are you? Hey, the thing. Let's jump into the thing. Oh, the artifact found something, yada yada. A little bit weirder to do with the controller, but whatever. Nothing to say so far. I'm gonna make enough for another reactor, which would be a good idea. Trying to protect the turrets so they don't take damage. Do that. Some of that. That's about it for the moment. Now we're moving. Hey, you son of a bitch, you remember me? Oh, he didn't care. That's why. He's like, yeah, I remember you. You can go straight to hell. What you can do, sir. Barely. 12 HP. Jesus. He clearly did not give a damn. Let's see what she has to say. Just read your log on these Nexus gateways. I don't want to get my hopes up, but who or whatever constructed them had some incredible level of technology. Anything get us home, these gateways might be the clue. Investigate any more that you find. Why is my ship not getting repaired in a timely fashion, damn it? There we go, now we're talking. Alright, you son of a bitch, you're in for it this time. Good God, I take so much damage. And he seems to take fucking none. This is bullshit. What the fuck is his range, too? Jesus. Something within this planet is broadcasting a powerful EM signal. We can detect no pattern, but its strength alone gives us some new data about the lower atmosphere of gas giants. Like, seriously, this is tedious. Why can't I fight that thing and win? Seriously, why can't I fight that thing and win? 25% effectiveness all the time sounds good. At the least. At the very least, 25%. Straight grade A bullshit right there. I've come back to fight this thing 3 times now because it is so freaking ridiculous. Somebody please tell me why I cannot fight that thing and win. Jesus. Took all that to actually kill it. Oh, and now there's a base here. And we're just gonna not go near that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Stars do damage. Get away from the star, please. Oh, come on. You can edge it. Right on the tip. Come on. Come on. Come on. The wreck of a small craft lies just below the sea surface near a cluster of rocky islands. Surface scans suggest that it's been there for some time. Among the island's small forests, the team spot a group of quadrupedal curiously observing the lander. The lander's universal translator facilitates some basic communication with the quadrupeds. One member, possibly a tribal elder, has the story that she feels is very important to convey. 2 blue-eyed sisters and their little brother swam in a line in the sunset sea. The little brother kept a dark secret in greenstone water. The fisherman came and tried to coax the secret from him, learned too late the green water must not run. They sailed away too late and wrecked their skiff off our shore, lest the green water pollute the whole ocean. When the fisherman came, we will tell this story. Team Xenoculture expert observes that the story has figurative and grammatical aspects that do not appear in the quadruped's normal speech. He speculates that it may be their attempt to preserve a narrative given to them by the wreck survivor. The wreck appears to have been breached shortly after crash. It is in a remarkably good condition, despite having apparently been flooded with seawater for what might have been centuries. The craft appears to be the only outfitted for short-range travel, possibly a port vessel or a light pod. While none of the equipment works, it does provide some useful data. Alright, let's travel out here and see what's over this way. You can make notes on the map. Yep, we already know about that. Looks like something created a warp instability nearby. Where that thingy-majig is. This unmanned vessel appears to be an early attempt at interstellar travel. It uses primitive but wholly original warp field generator. As best the engineer can tell, it was probably intended to fly to a particular location, turn around, and return to its launch point. Fortunately, the warp field collapsed prematurely, damaging the craft. Its encryption system worked better than the warp drive. We can't decipher the telemetry data to figure out how it was supposed to work or where it came from. If we ever find who launched it, we can return the data to them, and perhaps they can explain their unusual technology. Okay. So I've got a neat little side thingamajig. I think here we're going to take a little bit of pause in the clouds and come back to this in a bit. Until then, y'all have a good day.